Hey YouTube, back again with the Can Am Ryker. So I ordered some parts from Slingmod. I'm gonna do this sequential turn signal. You know the Can Am comes with this plastic one, and what they sell now is a sequential turn signal LED that lights up, plug and play, integrated for the Can Am. So when it comes from Slingmods, you get your integrated turn signal, the splitter wire, your prep, your primer, your alcohol pad, and a heat seal. Alright, so the best way to attack this is you gotta take the fender off. You need a 13mm socket wrench. Already started and did what I had to do just to try it out. So you're gonna have to remove these 4 bolts here. When you remove the 4 bolts, you're gonna need a torque screwdriver. When you remove the fender, I just put the fender back on, but I'll show y'all later. You're gonna have 2 torque screws. You're gonna slide this out, unplug it. I already put the new signal in. So here, this is the old signal. So they tell you need a heat gun to heat it up and pull it off, but actually if you just pry it a little bit, it's so cheap it's gonna pop right off. That's where you're installing it. Torque screw. Now with the new one, as you can see here, it's gonna come with a hole, well, a little piece popping out, so you're actually gonna have to drill a hole there to get it through, to run the wires through. So it's gonna look more like this. Now I'm gonna show you, after I take it off, I'm gonna show you what it looks like and how to do the wiring and drill the hole. So give me a minute and I'll get right back to you. Alright guys, so I got the fender off, and I explained to you, you got to take off with the 4 bolts, 13mm. They're gonna look like this, right? Take those off. I got the fender off. I recommend putting a towel or something to protect your arm bars from scratches. Now before I took the light out, I'm gonna show you underneath it so you get an understanding. So underneath there is where you're gonna have those torque screws that's gonna hold the light in. Just line them up. You're gonna see this little plastic cover. You just gotta get in there, line it up, screw it back down. Those are the ones you unscrew. That's how you're gonna slide the light out. So I have everything hooked up. The wires are hooked up. So I'm gonna put this one back together, turn it on, make sure it's working, then I'm gonna start on the next one. Alright YouTube, I got the second fender off. Like I said, after you get the fender off, I will use a towel so you don't scratch your plastics. You see that screw? That's the same 2 screws that are underneath, is holding the light in. It's a torque screwdriver, a T20 torque. This is what I'm using now. They're perfectly. After you get the light out, this screw here you won't have to put back, because once you put the new turn signal light on, it's gonna be permanently affixed, so you're not gonna be able to go in there unless you break the seal and go back. So I left it out. Most of the installs, they say just leave it out, because you got the 2 screws down here underneath that holds it pretty tight. Plus you don't want to have to remove the glue and the 3M tape just in case you got to repair it. Alright, so right now this is what it's gonna look like. So this is 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You can see how bright it is, and that's what your turn signal is going to look like. 100 150 times better. You can even see it from the front. Perfect, right? Perfect. So this side, this is what they give you. This doesn't blink, it doesn't turn. I mean, it reflects under DOT standards, but it's not that great at all. So I'm gonna start the second one, and I'm gonna show you where to drill the hole to install the next one. Alright, YouTube. So I unscrewed the light, the blinker light, and got it out. Trust me, it's not an easy thing. It's got like 3 clips, and you really gotta work it and wiggle it out. When it comes out, it's gonna be like that, right? A little clip there. Now you got to get ready to line up. So what you do is you take your piece and you put it on the lip that it fits, line it up. You're gonna line it up like that. Once it's in the place where it's gonna be, right, you're gonna mark right there on the plastic where you got to drill a hole. I did my mark already, so I'm just gonna drill a hole and feed it through. But let me tell you something, there's a little defect with this. This wire, when you put it through, it's gonna give you the bare minimums to actually try to plug in the extension and the bypass. I'll show you what I mean. But if they would have made it just a ½ inch longer, you wouldn't have this problem. But I'm going to show you how difficult it is to line up those 2 pieces after I'm done. Alright, so I drilled the hole. I ran it through, right? So you're going to set it up, put it in. You don't stick it down yet. But let me show you something. So this is your bypass piece, right? And that's in there is the piece you have to hook it to. And that's all the room you got. So you gotta work your fingers in there to get that to be connected. There's no other way to do it and pre-connect it, because this piece, if you would have connected it, you'd have had to make a hole so big, and I'm afraid that you would probably get water in there. So you have to maneuver this. Once you get that connected, smooth sailing. You're just going to reverse the process, hit this with the alcohol, the primer, peel the tape, stick it on, and you're good to go. Oh, it also came with a shrink wrap tube to go over this part here, and you just put it over the sleeve. It's just a sleeve. You put it over, you heat it up, and it shrinks over the wires. I guess it's for the moisture, just in case something gets in here. For the light, it's just a little clip. I'm just gonna undo the clip. I'm trying to do it with one hand here. So it's just a little clip, comes right out. You can put that to the side. After you hook everything up, you're gonna put the new clip in. Alright, so I'm about to hit the area. First the alcohol prep pad, clean it up real nice in there. See, it's got a little residue. Then I'm going to use the primer after everything dries. Peel the 3M, put it on, and the rest of it, I'll show you what it looks like when you turn them on and off. Alright, I got them on. So now let me turn it on, show you how it looks. So boom. That's how bright it is. These things are super bright. Now I hit you with the dope. Hit you with the other one. Well, that's it. Until let's do my next video. You can check out, I got the video on how I wrapped it with the shadow black. I got these parts from Slingmods, the lights. So I'm gonna hit you on the, you see the next video, I'm gonna install another set of LED strip lights around the fenders. Got that coming from Slingmods. So next time.